This one is called Understanding the Modern Female Psyche and the Dating World in Miami, Florida. Now it's funny because of the desirable truth. When I look at these videos, it's funny because I see it starting to be a rise in street interviews, bro. Yeah, most of the rappers is gonna be broke. It's almost like like I think that it's some people that do street interviews that's dope, but then it's just like a Me Too movement. It's almost like when people see one thing popping, they all rush out to do. Listen, these people, a lot of people are so unoriginal. Not the desirable truth. I think the desirable truth is dope. Some people be so unoriginal that they literally go and shoot it at the exact same spot as the people that are doing it successfully. And I see them out there and they trying it and they not doing it right and it don't even make sense and they out there getting dissed. People don't know how hard it is um, to actually do something successfully and be innovative in it. So I want to play this video because I haven't reacted to it yet and somebody sent it to me inside of my email. And so I said, all right, let me go ahead and check it out. Shout out to Krishan Humphrey. I appreciate you for holding me down, big dog. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Thank you, my friend.
28.
What's your age?
24.
28.
Are you ladies single?
Yeah.
No.
You have a man?
I'm married.
Really?
Yes.
How long?
10 years.
And what would you...
If she got a man, why is she out there in the streets of Miami? Now, let me tell y'all where that's at, right? Because obviously, even if you look at my vlogs, you will see me in some of these same spots all the time, right? This is right in Brickell. So this is right in front of what's the name of that restaurant that we ate at the last time that we was there, Rita? Actually, it's across the street from PF Chang's. I'm looking at PF Chang's right there. And then they got a Shake Shack right there. And it's a bank, I think. And it's what is it, Moxie's? Yeah, the Moxie. Moxie is right there. So this is in one of the like most popular parts of Brickell. Interesting. All right, let's get into it, y'all.
You say the state of your marriage is right now? How would you describe it?
The best marriage in the world.
What makes your marriage...
Why is she out in the streets dressed like that? That really, really. When y'all get married, I want y'all to remember that y'all are a reflection of the person. Like you go out to represent the person that you're married to. All right.
marriage so amazing?
Just our understanding for each other and each other's needs.
So giggly.
What do you feel like your man understands about you?
That I'm a firecracker and he just has to deal with it.
He
Nope.
just has to tolerate anything you throw at him.
Anything.
You have any kids?
Yeah, we have 2 kids.
But be honest with me. How does your man feel about the way you're dressed right now?
He hasn't seen me leave the house like this yet.
He hasn't seen you.
No, I got ready at my girl's house. But he's okay with it as long as I'm respectful.
And do you feel like you're pretty respectful right now?
Yeah, why not? What am I doing wrong?
I mean, you know, I feel like there's little left to the imagination.
I mean, look, I'm a beautiful woman. I can't change that. I love myself and I like to be like this, but I don't put myself out there for other men.
It's all crap, and I think that she for the streets. And the reason that she couldn't get dressed at home was because she knew that it was wrong, and that's one of the reasons why she got dressed at her homegirl's house. As a matter of fact, it's probably so disrespectful and it's so wrong that I bet you she go and spend the night either at her girlfriend's house or she's gonna get undressed and then wind up putting her regular clothes on that she left the house with on back on before she go back home. And she got 2 kids. That's why I don't trust none of these women, man. I don't trust them. Because if the right one came along, they absolutely... What is a married woman doing at after hours or late night? Because my man got a coat on, right? I don't know if y'all paying attention, but y'all also got to pay attention to the stuff that's happening around you. My man's got a coat on, but they out here looking like Catwoman. I would never have my wife out here looking like that, hanging out with her homegirl.
And you don't feel like being out here in this environment is any disrespect to your man?
They could look, but they can't touch.
What do you look for in a man?
Oh, hoes.
Paper.
You're kidding.
No.
The only criteria for a woman to be able to get with a man is whether or not he got money. That's it. That's the only criteria. Money. Listen, she looked like she for the streets anyway, so
24. Why are you so interested in a man's money?
I mean, he has to be like,
that hoe look 34. I ain't even gonna front.
taking care of me. Of course.
So, being that you both live in LA, how much would you expect him to make?
At least enough to take care of me.
So let's say I was your man and I was taking care of you. What would you do for me if I'm paying for everything?
Sit at home, cook, clean. Blah, blah, blah.
That's all I'd get in return.
What else do you want?
Support in my business or helping me grow.
Of course. Number one cheerleader.
What's your age?
I'm 24.
Are you single?
I am.
Why do you think that is?
I'm very picky with men that I choose to date, and I have high standards, so I'd rather be single than be with someone that I don't respect or want to be with.
So describe your perfect man to me. How much does he have to make?
He has to make at least as much as I do.
Which is? Ballpark figure?
Ballpark, 100K a year.
How come everybody in Miami make exactly $100,000 a year? Everybody in Miami make $100,000 a year. Everybody in Atlanta is driving around in the daytime with no job. Why is the highway full at 12:45 p.m. in Atlanta? No, they don't. And if they're working from home, why are they on the highway? Oh, they going to the coffee shop on the highway? Over in Atlanta on a Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Monday? Every 24-year-old in Miami is making $100,000 a year, y'all. Every 24-year-old in Miami is making $100,000 a year. This is what they're telling us. Doing what? Doing what? How are all of these people making all of this money in a city that is a hospitality industry that don't really have any real industry to stand on? Miami is mainly hospitality. It's service, hotels, restaurants, sightseeing, tourism, Miami Beach, Ubers, dessert places, clubs. Everybody in Miami is rich because listen, most of the people that's rich in Miami got rich outside of Miami, and then they went to go down to Miami in order to spend their money. But every 24-year-old is out here is making $100,000 a year. Okay, all right, I got you. Everybody in Southern Florida is making 100 bands. Listen, bro, I ain't even gonna say nothing. Let me just continue.
100K minimum.
Yeah.
How tall does he have to be?
I'm 5'4" and I wear heels a lot, so I would say at least 5'11".
Okay. And what kind of lifestyle should this man be able to give you?
He should be able to provide for a family. So if I am pregnant and I'm sick or going through something, he should be able to take care of me and the kids. That's kind of the expectation.
But realistically, at 24, do you want to have a kid right now?
No.
So why would he need to be able to provide for a family for you to date him?
Because I date to marry. So I have
But you out at 2:30 in the morning getting street interviews. Okay.
a plan for the future. I don't just...
So you want a guy who's already established and has, you don't want the guy who's still figuring it out.
Not currently, no, because I have it all figured out myself. So I want someone that meets that same standard.
Did she say she has it all figured out herself, or she don't have it all figured out herself?
I wanted to take you on a first date. How much should I spend on it?
No, I don't know. I don't think on that. I really don't think on that. I think it should be like a nice place, a romantic place, but I don't think on money. Can be in the house. He can cook for me.
Wait, on a first date, you'd be willing to come over?
I don't know, but I don't think on money. Like, I don't know.
Why isn't money that important to you, though, when it comes on to him taking you out?
I think it's not very important for me because I think it's more of the person and how he want to be with you.
So it's some actual reasonable people in this world that don't, or reasonable women in this. Wait. Is this woman an anomaly? You telling me that it's actually reasonable people that care more about the person and care about the money that they make? She got to be a clone. Attack of the Clones. Where'd y'all find this one from, ladies and gentlemen? Clearly she not from America. Clearly she not from America. I feel you, Dre. Holla at Dre. I feel you. No way that she from here. Obviously she not from here because of the language barrier, but she must have a different perspective or a different upbringing, considering that and she not for the streets. I see people in the chat right now saying, oh man, what she got on her feet, it's called gym shoes. Like, some people is not necessarily all caught up in the glitz and the glam and trying to, she probably got something on. She might be getting off work. She probably got something on that makes her comfortable. She got on some pants. She got on some gym shoes, and she got on a jacket. I don't really see anything wrong with it. I'm not tripping off that. Listen, I don't look at a chick's gym shoes and be like, oh man, what she got on. I'm not on that. Like, I actually think that it's reasonable for people to have something comfortable on their feet to get back and forth. It's gym shoes. It's to cover your feet so that you're not walking on the concrete. I'm not tripping off that. So I'm not tripping off that. I don't go based off of the aesthetic. I'm not trying to figure out whether a chick got on Balenci's and stuff like that to determine whether or not she's worthy of being in a relationship. I'm cool. I ain't worried. I think she looked fine.
I think I don't know, because I'm very romantic. And what do you think?
Why do you think you're single at 29?
I think I just have too high of standards. I just have a really hard time feeling someone that I really click with and that I want to spend time with.
So be honest with me. What would you say makes your standards so high?
I don't like men who fuck around, and I like a high quality man. It's really hard to find high quality men these days.
What does a high quality man
I was
look
about to
like
ask
to you?
the same thing.
High quality man is someone who doesn't put their partying first, is really into their health, wellness, career, their overall happiness, well traveled. That's a high quality man.
How much does a high quality man make in Miami?
$350K plus.
$350K plus. So $250K.
Did you hear what she said? I'm coughing based off of what she just said. She said a high quality man, his average salary is $350,000 plus. Where are they finding these women at? Where are they getting these standards? Oh my God. I started coughing and I gave myself the hiccups. I am so confused where they finding these people from. 350 plus? 350. Do you know what you got to do to make $350,000? You know you are in the top what? Let me see. Let me see, because I'll be so confused. 350 per year percentile. Less than 5% of households. We're not even talking about individual. If you make $350,000, according to ycombinator.com, news.ycombinator.com, you are in the 99th percentile as far as income. The 99th percentile. Top 3% income household. That's not even individual. That's household. That's you by yourself. It's 200,000. Top 3%. Top 2.67%. Household. 2% of employed people make $300,000 a year or more in income. That's not even 350. That's 300. Some reported a loss for the year in 2020. 90% of employed people, 90% made less than $125,000 in total income. That's crazy, fam. 350. 350.
Kind of mid-tier.
Yeah, I would say so.
No.
Now, why? Now, here's the real question, okay? Because y'all can want what y'all want. Y'all can want what y'all want. Why would a man that is in the top 99th percentile want you? Top 99 percentile, why would they want you?
How much do you make annually? Ballpark figure.
125.
Okay, so everybody in Miami make $100,000 or more. I got it. Every single person in Miami makes $100,000 or more. Everybody walking around. And that's just the number that people throw out. I don't believe that. Every woman in Miami is making $100,000. Everybody that's walking around in Miami is making it $100,000. Everybody. Okay.
As a woman, do you think that amount of money makes you a high quality woman, or does it play a factor at all?
Absolutely. I especially think in Miami, like not a lot of women work, so I think that makes me an extremely high quality woman.
So if you make that much, how much does your man have to make bare minimum?
I actually really don't care how much he makes as long as he's like motivated, but more than me.
Now, even though most women don't work here, according to you, do you think most men are looking at your income as a woman to determine whether they like you or not?
No.
What do you think they're looking at?
If you have a kind heart and are a good person. Well, I would like to think that. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I would like to think that, but I don't really know. I'm single, so it's clearly something's not working for me.
No, I think that you just need to
I have high
find a man
standards,
that's
but
gonna meet her standards.
And then they got the delusional friend on top of it that is justifying her mindset.
What are your biggest red flags in a 28-year-old man?
If you don't got your shit together, you're cut. None.
And what does that look like?
Being broke, not having a car, not having, a job, hustling.
So you could never.
This is how you know that it's not just a black woman thing. This is a Western culture thing. This is not, ladies, you are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay because you are not alone.
Never date a man who didn't have a job.
Absolutely not.
You think a man would date you if you were broke and you were hustling and you didn't have a job though?
I will never be broke because I've been working my ass off since I was like 8 years old. I provide in the home, and you would have to be up to my standards.
Who been working since they were 8 years old? Who's been working since they was 8 years old? What job? What job are you working at 8 years old? People just be talking, man. People just be talking, man. 21, 21, 21. People just be talking. I've been working since I was 8 years old. Doing what? You know how small an 8-year-old is?
But let's think, hypothetical wise. Do you think a man would look at that when it comes on to wanting to take you seriously?
Yes, because your job as a man is to provide and to protect.
Then he wouldn't care about how much you're making.
Exactly. So he needs to provide for me and my kids. But I would not be in a relationship while my kids are still young because I don't want to rely on a man ever. I have my own stuff. He just needs to provide for himself. And if he would like to be in my life, he would have to provide for me.
I thought she said she was married. Now she got 2 kids and all of this extra stuff.
How old are your kids?
I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Do you have any kids?
No.
So let's say you were to get pregnant right now. How would you handle that situation?
Abort! No, can I even say that? You're crazy. You said if I was to get pregnant right now, how would I handle the situation? Abortion. I would just handle it. I wouldn't get an abortion.
Can you speak up for me, sweetheart?
I said I would just handle it. I wouldn't really get an abortion.
Now, why would you go that route as opposed to you dealing with it?
I'm not dealing with it. The doctors can deal with it.
Listen, the streets is calling for y'all, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the streets want they chicks back. The pavement is calling you. Listen, man, y'all are foul. These are people that don't have no conscience, no morals. They're just walking around like skeletons. I like to think a lot of times when I'm walking around the streets and I see people, and if you just stop for a minute and you take a look at the landscape and see everything that's happening all at the same time. I remember one time I was downtown. I think I was in Ybor City in Tampa. It's one of my spots that I hit. They got a nice cigar scene. It's kind of like New Orleans, but it's cleaner. But after the clubs let out at a certain time, sometimes in the summertime, it can get really, 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 really crazy, right? And so if you just take a look and you just stand in the middle of the street and you look at everything, it looked like you could almost imagine like demons is just running around. It looks crazy. It just looks like something out of a movie or out of a sci-fi film or something like that. And that's what I like to imagine sometimes, that people are walking around and that's what their spirit kind of is like. It's like a deep, dark, ugly spirit. Shout out to Sir Mr. Jason said, this is why Fresh and Fit still has a show. The delusion is real. Thank you, my friend, Sir Mr. Jason. I appreciate you. I agree with you.
And why would you just handle it?
Because I'm of age.
Yeah,
I feel
we are pretty
responsible.
young. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility for us.
Yeah.
How's dating in Iran, Middle Eastern culture, as opposed to the US, in your mind?
Much different. You don't have as much of a range of options. It's kind of like arranged marriage. So we have a lot of freedom in America where we can choose. We can date before we marry. Usually in Iran, you just have to pretty much get married right away. So you don't have a choice.
So do you think it's better to choose your partner and have free will, or to go the arranged route and just, be locked in?
Honestly, the men out here are kind of making me second guess that. But originally I would say it's nice to have that freedom of choice, but sometimes it's kind of hard being so selective because you don't know who's a good guy. Like, they show one side of them in the beginning and then they're really another side. So I guess maybe arranged would be easier.
So basically, you just have a woman right here that has understanding of 2 different cultural norms, and she's telling you out of her own mouth that an arranged marriage would probably be more ideal and easier for her to be able to survive through than having a choice to choose for themselves. This is a woman that is on the streets of Miami that is telling you that out of her own mouth, arranged marriages from Iran might be a better option than choosing for herself on the streets of Miami. Wow. That should tell you a lot about American culture, y'all.
But obviously I respect that I'm able to decide living here.
And how does an arranged marriage even work?
Essentially, it's someone that your like friends, your family friends know, and they recommend that person, and then your parents, they kind of come over to your family's house and meet with that person and understand their morals and values, and then they pretty much arrange to get married after that if they like the person. So it's kind of like your parents' decision almost.
If I was your man,
Yes, you.
yes, me,
Yes.
what would I need to pay for?
To pay?
I like her.
What would I need to spend my money on for you?
Go to restaurants, in flowers. I love flowers. And spend the time with me?
So just when we go out to eat, I pay for it and get you flowers every now and then.
No, every day no. And not always you can pay you. I also can pay me.
So I'll pay for me and you'll pay for you too when we go on dates
Yes.
sometime.
No always, but yes, sometimes.
Do I have
I like her a lot. Such a sweet spirited one. And you can see she like bouncy, she happy. Man, listen, man, I'm telling you ladies, your femininity is your superpower and y'all just don't realize it. You think you're going to cuss us out. You think you're going to bully us. You think you're going to sit here and talk negative back and forth to us and we're going to turn around and say, oh man, we love that. Your femininity is your superpower. Your femininity is your superpower. And a lot of women just don't understand that. They just don't get it. She got such a sweet spirit. She bouncy or whatever and all of that. Man, don't nobody care about her shoes. She got a good spirit, man.
have to pay for your nails and your hair?
No, of course not. We are not like that in Colombia.
How are you in Colombia?
No, I don't know.
How do you guys do it there differently than here then?
You guys pay the nails and the hair?
Yeah, that's
She's so innocent. She don't even know nothing about what's happening out here in these streets. She came from Colombia and she gonna be so... This is what y'all dealing with in Colombia? I just did a show with my dog Dre from Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to them. I did that show with them yesterday morning. She's so sweet. Look at her spirit.
that's what most men do. They're supposed to be a provider, right?
Wow. I don't know. I don't think of that. I pay my nails, I pay my hair.
No, what if I wanted to do it for you?
If you want, it's okay. I was feeling very afortunada. I don't know how to say.
English? Okay. But what if we were married? Would I then have to pay for it?
Different. Yes, I think it's different because we partage money, and I think it's different. It's a different situation.
How long have you been in your relationship?
3 years? Yes, 3 years.
With no ring.
Is there any reason why you think he hasn't proposed yet?
A lot. No, I feel like
Hey, watch the car. Hey, the valet guy's telling them to back up, right? Is the car gonna hit them?
we just like, we're just kind of like taking
Hey!
it day. We're not in a rush.
But you said you were how old again?
29.
29.
This Range Rover almost killed us. Are you okay? Wait, Haley, are you okay? Yeah, that could be yeah, exactly. Every relationship goes through like its ups and downs, and there's been challenges, and we've just decided that together we're willing to work through it. I think it takes, both parties to want to work through the relationship, and
And do you feel like that's what you have now?
yeah, I think we're working towards it. I think it's Haley knows it's been, a little bit of a
Been a rocky road.
Been riding the wave, a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
But no scaled, what's that quote? No scaled sailor ever. Oh, all scaled sailors have braved the storm.
Something.
What? What the fuck is she saying? What you laughing at? Them getting ran over? What you laughing at?
Because her shoes, somebody in the comments said she got on those Monica 3000. So,
What is a Monica 3000?
you remember that song that Monica and Brandy did back in the day?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Those white shoes that girl got on.
Ain't nothing wrong with her shoes.
The heels that girl got on.
Oh, you talking about the white heels?
The white heels. Monica had on some of those in that video in the 90s.
All y'all shoes look the same. What difference? Guys don't know no. Guys don't know no difference.
Those are terrible shoes.
How will we know?
I mean, do you like how they look, or do they look bold? You know what look nice and what look bold.
I don't know no better. I just be looking to see if when we go home so I can get naked.
Like that, yeah. But we're willing to put in the work, in the relationship. So I feel like that's what, I don't know. I think personally, like, the way to find your best partner is to find someone that's, like, willing to fight for you and be with you.
I also don't think you need the government to put a title on your love.
Absolutely not.
But you've been on an emotional roller coaster for 3 years. Do you think on year 6 it's going to be the same or change and get better?
No, I wouldn't say it's been an emotional roller coaster. I think that I personally have seen a lot of change, and it's for the better.
She's a great girl. Amazing human.
LSU are nuts. See, that's how I know that women only do stuff for other women. Men don't care like that. I mean, long as you smell good and you're presentable and it look like you actually made some effort. That's kind of what men care about. Like, men ain't really tripping off of all of that extra stuff that y'all got going on. See, women is petty. They go off on each other. Men don't care about that. This is a woman's thing. I feel like I need to put on my Apple glasses for this part of the show. 'Cause these chicks is crazy, man.
Okay. So there's no time limit on marriage for you?
Well, I think, as a woman, I definitely have, like, an internal clock, of course. But I would never want to rush something if, like, the timing didn't feel right.
Do you have any idea of how much you'd want your wedding ring to cost if he were to propose to you?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
3x month salary. So take
All right, somebody go and get the crack meter and tell me what the hell is happening out here. 3 times a man's salary. Where did y'all get that from? Where did y'all come up with that number at? 3 times a man's salary? Stop it, bro. Stop. Listen, I got married. I think I paid $300 for both of our rings at the same time. And I was making a lot of money at the time, too, that I got married. I paid $300 for both of our rings. Straight up. I still got mine. I still got my exact same ring. Where's my ring at? Is it in a drawer or something? I don't even know what my stuff is. It's here somewhere. 3 times salary? Are y'all smoking crack? What is he supposed to eat? Ramen noodles the entire time? Shh. I don't care if I was making $2,000 a month. Shit, crazy. Smoking crack. 3 times a man's salary? Listen, she didn't even say 3 months. Did she say 3 months or 3 times? Let me see something. Let me rewind that.
Question.
3x month salary. So take their month
3 months is man's salary.
salary and times it by 3. Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
That's like an old-timey thing.
I have no idea.
These hoes don't even know how to do math. You don't take a man's salary and times it by 3.
And times it by 3. Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Month salary. So take their month salary and times it by 3. Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
That's like an old-timey thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's it. She got her calculations right. That's still dumb.
But yeah, I mean,
Single and
honestly,
29.
3 months of his annual salary.
Yeah, so like if you made like 5,000 a month, it'd be like 15K.
Then that's not $100,000 a year. See, that's how I know everybody is capping. If you make $5,000 a month, that's $60,000 a year. But she's sitting here talking about a high value man or the great man is $350,000 a year, and she's saying that she make 125. Is this the chick that said that she make $125,000 a year? I know y'all lying because y'all don't even know how to do basic math. No, 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 no. This is the same woman. This is the same woman that said that she make $125,000 a year, and that she wanted a man that made $350,000 a year. And now she's saying that 3 times a month, a man's salary at $5,000 a month is $15K, which is the equivalent of $60,000 a year. I know my mental math. I may be a C student, but I know my mental math. And so I know for a fact that these hoes be lying. Because if you let them talk long enough, they'll reveal to themselves exactly what's going on. Can't finesse time, dog. You can't finesse time, dog.
But
it should be more than
like,
that.
yeah, we're in like Miami. I don't know. Rings cost.
Okay, ladies.
I want a real diamond, not a lab
Yeah,
grown.
not a lab one. I agree.
How challenging is dating at 24 as a single mom?
It's not a lot of good men out there, so it's challenging.
Did he say a single mother or a single woman? Let me see something.
Dating at 24 as a single mom.
And she a single mom? You a 24-year-old single mom?
It's not a lot of good men out there, so it's challenging. It's hard to find decent men.
Well, do you think it's easy for a man to meet you and then accept the fact that you already have a child?
Yeah, the right man will. And if you got a problem, then you ain't the man for me.
No.
Listen, simps, white knights, Captain Sabums. She gave it to somebody else for free, had a child with them. The man is always going to be in that child's life, no matter what, and always going to have access with her. She's a single mother on the streets of Miami in Brickell when the club is letting out, and she's telling you, Jesus Christ, the delusion is real. This should have been called the Delusion series.
How much do you expect that man to be bringing? Does he need to be established, or can he still be working on it?
And he fulfill my needs. It don't matter how much he's bringing as long as he fulfills certain needs, that's all.
So he could be making $60K as a manager?
What he's making, it's none of my business. Whatever, as long as you bring what you need to bring to the table, you got to get done what you got to get done. I don't care what you're making.
Okay.
Right.
Now, how soon would you expect this man how soon would you want this man to meet your child?
Not soon. It would take a while.
Bare minimum, how long?
It would take a while. I've never brought another man around my son.
And how old is your son?
2.5.
Now, when it comes on to co-parenting, is this
He had a kid at 21 years old, y'all.
something that you still do, or?
That's complicated. That's a long story.
He still got access. That's translation.
Hold on 1 second for me, ladies. How long was your last relationship?
Almost 4 years.
Did you decide to leave him, or did he leave you?
Of course she left.
It was actually kind of mutual. Like, we both kind of fell out of love. And we both decided it wasn't healthy anymore and we needed to move on.
So what
Translation, she left, but she don't want to take responsibility for it.
caused you to fall out of love with him?
What caused me to fall in love with him?
Fall out of love.
Oh, out of love. I think honestly the cultural difference for me, he didn't really understand a lot of values that Middle Eastern people.
For example?
Like a man kind of stepping up when you do have a family, like the things that we would discuss when it's time to have a family. He didn't understand that, the man should kind of step up when it's time to have kids and things like that. And that's not something that I guess I was raised believing. And I just didn't want to continue.
So she wanted to live the soft life, and once she had a child, She never wanted to have to work again. Let me make this very clear. I'm going to break this down from a C students because they give you all of these in-betweens, they unsure answers, they don't really know. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what this means and what this translates into.
If there was going to be a clash later on in the future.
So the men you're looking for now, what does he need to understand when it comes on to your culture?
He needs to understand that he needs to respect my culture and understand that, and if he can't kind of follow that, those beliefs, then it's going to be harder for us to continue a relationship. So
When you have sex on the first night with a man, what do you think he thinks about you?
I actually don't think. I think if it's the right person, they won't like judge you for having sex on the right night. I mean, on the
He won't judge you. We all judge each other. I'm going to look at you as a whore of the night. And that's not a bad thing. We're just going to slot you accordingly because they judge men.
first night at all. But yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, I think if a man saw it as something that was negative, then
I heard
he's
when a
just
man
not the right person then.
I heard when a man like first meet you, he like puts you in a category of like a yes or a no, and if like he just knows right away, and sleeping with him on the first date won't change his mind. That's what.
Nope. I don't know who's coaching this woman, but this woman is literally dumb. And she's been getting bad advice. The yes or a no is determined whether or not he want to bust you down. But he also slots you accordingly. And 9 times out of 10, he going to slot you as a chick for the streets. That's a fact.
What I've heard, old theory.
No.
Yeah.
If
am I right?
No.
Like the second he meets you, I'm like, girlfriend, maybe possibility, or not at all.
Some men tend to think that way.
Like sleeping together won't change his mind.
But how do
We're good.
women look at men? What categories do they place them in?
I like know right away if they have potential or not, just based on like I could, again, 29 and single, so
drive motivation.
yeah, drive.
Think about it, y'all. 29 years on this earth, almost 3 decades on this earth. Still ain't figured it out. Women are supposed to be the most educated, smart, mature faster than men, according to what they saying out here in these streets. But they've been on this earth for 30 years, 3 decades, and don't have a fucking clue to save their life, bro.
Motivation, I like know right away based on like a few things they tell me, like yeah, like what they're looking to get out of life.
How engaged they are, I think, with you, and if they're asking you questions, I think that's huge.